Welcome back to No Sleep Sleepover. Man, we must have been sleeping for a long time. Welcome back. I'm Logan, along with Matt, and it's been a while.
Yeah, we took a unintentional, but I don't want to say like much needed, but life happens, and sometimes the fun things you want to do, you got to put on the back burner. So, catch me up. What's been going on the last month since I've seen you?
Well, I turned 25.
Yay!
So I'm a big old adult now.
Okay, I do remember texting you happy birthday. I think I did that. I'm really bad at that.
You did.
But, okay, good.
You called me Bush because you meant to say Bish. You said happy birthday, Bush.
This Bush is 25.
I said thank you, Bush.
Oh my god, that's so inappropriate in so many ways. But,
ooh, thank you.
Happy birthday.
So,
it's your burning bush, 25. But.
Oh boy, wow.
Oh.
So yes, so I turned 25, and that was fun. And I mean, I didn't do much. I got lunch and everything, and had a couple friends over just to chill. But and then the major thing has been work. So basically, it snowed every single week, like pretty bad snow. And so for one of the big snowstorms, my work got me a hotel room, and I had to work like extra hours and like help with all this like storm coverage and everything. And so, yeah, it's been a month. And like every time I'd be like, okay, like I'm going to text Matt, we're going to figure stuff out. Something else would just pop up. And it just became like, this is, like we said when we started this 10 episodes ago, I think we're not very far in. This is a fun thing to do, and so it's hard to do it when, like, life is happening, you know?
Yeah.
What about you? What's been going on?
It's funny that your work paid for a hotel room, because many people from my work asked and got laughed at. Literally laughed at. So I'm glad that you work at a good workplace that, cares about your driving in the middle of a, 4-foot
really
blizzard.
Bad. Yeah.
Well, I think why I got busy, I know you were busy, but I too became busy. I was asked for a big dream of mine got fulfilled. I've been really wanting to teach college, and out of the blue, a college, my alma mater, asked me last second to fill in, and legitimately like asked me the day before the class began. So I'm still playing catch up, because I had no prep time. I really had to make it up on the fly and just kind of get into it, and it's been going great. The students are awesome. I'm having fun. I'm learning. They're learning. We're creating. It's digital media, which is like my specialty. So, and they've already invited me to teach in the fall. So I'm really excited.
Which is so exciting.
I know. It's like where I want to be. That's like where my future is. Like I want to do more teaching and other teaching. I've been teaching this LGBT teen art group for Lake Erie Inc. and that's been going great. And I've only done 2 sessions with them, but I'm teaching a cohort through the Center of Arts Inspired Learning down at Tri-C. And so it's a digital media meets social justice program. So I've really loved these opportunities. I've been really happy and like bubbly and feeling like myself, which part of me hasn't been feeling like that for a while now. So it's definitely been going good. But yeah, busy because it's like trying to, get my stuff together and, pretend or at least seem like I know what I'm doing. But
you see, people like you are the worst kind of people because you say stuff like that. You're like, I don't know what I'm doing. But then you act like you know what you're doing. And like that tricks people like me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I look at him and he knows what he's got everything together. And it just like my life, not like that at all. So kudos to you for pretending.
Have you ever heard of the imposter syndrome?
Yes.
Okay, so for those who, let me do a quick recap. It's basically like this syndrome that a lot of women, people of color, LGBT, people who, are in a position of power where they might be considered second class compared to, the white cisgendered man, right? It's this idea that we underestimate our skill sets and that we feel kind of like we don't belong, even though, you look at your academic, your professional background, your personal, whatever. And
I worked hard.
You do belong,
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I totally get what you're saying. Cause it's I worked hard to be where I am. I know that I deserve it, but even then I'm like, well, I'm not doing much, like I just did what I'm supposed to do and like, but it's like, no, so I totally, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, and
But
it's even weird too. Like someone today asked me, oh, like what kind of art do you do, or do you consider yourself an artist? And I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm an artist, but like, I immediately thought of people who like to me are really artists, and how I'm not that. And so like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's such a like, as much as it's easy to say don't do it, right? But it's just harder to like get in that mindset. And I've been challenging myself. I've been like applying for things that like I think old me would have been like, oh, I'm not really qualified for that. And I'm like, you know what? Like, screw it. Like, there's people who totally are unqualified and have positions or jobs or titles or opportunities. And I'm like, so even if I'm only half qualified or,
Yeah.
3/4 qualified, like, why not take that risk, right? So.
And the great thing is that ultimately that's not like your decision to figure out if you're qualified. That's like someone else's decision. So like put that on them, like make them make that decision. Cause like, they might be like, oh, this is exactly what we're looking for. And then boom, look at you. How exciting. So yeah, so we took a month off, which is rough. So we're recording this episode, which is going to come out today, right?
Yeah, I think why not? Let's do a Beyonce and just surprise drop it on people.
And then we did record an episode a couple weeks ago. So we're going to release that next week then, just in case it's kind of like, I don't know. Because we did the whole, like, I'm going to surprise Matt with my new hair. And so I have this hair color now. And then the next episode, I'm like, you've never seen me like this. So.
Yeah. I thought about releasing it, but I was like, I felt like we needed the context of, like, we've been gone. So, like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We took a break.
We took siesta. But now, if you think about it, the good news is we can work like a week ahead. So we have a buffer for if we
if we ever run into this again.
Like, oh. But
I don't know about in your life. I had a couple people who are like, yeah, I haven't heard a new podcast lately. And I'm like, yeah, life happens.
Yeah, well, and another thing too is like this shows like the Libra in me. I kind of consider you the train conductor and I'm the person shoveling the coal. And so for a while, I was like, no, Logan will tell me. Like,
no.
Like, I'm just going to sit here, like, patiently, shoveling the coal. Logan will tell me when, like, the train's moving. So that's why I was like, you know what? It's been a while. Let me just kind of get a feel for, like, where she's at. So,
I'm so bad because I'm like, if something's not in front of me and, like, handed to me, I'm like, oh, it doesn't exist. Like, object permanence, not, like, it's just, like... It's so bad because I'm like, oh, shoot, like, I remember that. Like, I need to think of a topic. I need to, like, work with it. I need to text Matt. And then, like, something else happens. And I'm like, what was I supposed to do? And it's so bad. Yeah. So we're going to keep trying. We're going to keep this train moving.
Choo-choo.
Woohoo. And so we want to keep it fun. We want to keep it light. But I do think that we need to touch on what's going on in the world briefly. The date right now is February 28th. Last week, Russia, which is such a harsh turn, but last week, Russia invaded Ukraine. And there's a lot happening there. It's very sad. And I feel like it's insensitive to just not touch on, touch on that topic.
Yeah.
You were saying that you were really feeling affected by what's going on. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, let me put a precursor. A lot of the content that I do is fun. I try and leave a lot of, I mean, as ironic as this is, because if you know me, it's very, like, I'm very political. I'm very justice oriented. But, these kind of pieces, I really do try and just, like, it's a fun party. It's a no sleep sleepover. But, yeah, no, this was really heartbreaking. And what makes it more heartbreaking is that, like, this is, a big deal, obviously, but this is, like, a repetitive theme. And, like, I wrote a poem, because I've been doing a lot of poetry writing for the teens lately, so I've been writing a lot of poetry, and it's just this idea of, like, I'm really tired of hearing, like, it's 2022, and this shouldn't be happening. And, like, the truth is, like, but it's always been happening. It's still happening. Like, like, you'd think that we were past, these kind of things, but, I don't know, man. It makes me very... I don't know. I think as an artist, as an overthinker, as a millennial Z cusp or whatever I am, like, I don't know. I think like this this dreading existentialism is not new, but like it really, I don't know. It just really sucks, and it just doesn't feel like people are doing enough. Like the sanctions, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, but what do you do? I mean, if you really like try
Yeah.
and force a war, then like shoot, like more people will die. But I don't know. I'm really curious, like what's going on with like Russians. Like I know a lot of Russians are protesting right now, and like, do they even know the truth of what's happening? And I hope that people are, getting, safely evacuated and, aren't left to. And I've heard. I mean, we've seen it. We've heard these horror stories. I mean, like the apartment complex. So, yeah. Anywho, no prayers, thoughts with Ukraine. I'm still trying to figure out like what can we do as, two Midwestern Americans. Like what can we do?
Yeah.
And I think it's just continuing to show support, and I don't know, hopefully there's some kind of accountability that we can be a part of, but yeah, not easy.
Yeah, it's just rough because it's like, again, like you want to believe like, oh my God, we've never seen anything like this before, but it's like this happens, and like it sucks, and you want to, like you said, you want to show support, and it's just like, I mean, I know one small way is like there's like the Russian approved or Russian brand vodkas or something. They have like, they're like, I think there's like a sticker on it that says it's like Russian made. So it's like, don't buy stuff like that. Maybe like support local Ukrainian restaurants and stuff. It's little stuff, and it's not gonna affect much, but it's, you can ask them how they're doing, like in the restaurant and stuff, and say like, hey, like I'm just, if you guys have family over there, like thinking about you guys. It's so hard to ignore. And I think it's not ignorant to ignore it, because I know that people, can't focus on heavy stuff consistently in their life. And so I don't know what other people are like consuming news-wise, but like, yeah, I think it's important to, touch on stuff like this. It's like if this was like 3 months into COVID and we were just like, hey, let's not talk about it. Yeah. It's just like, it's happening. This is what's going on.
It is crazy to think about. Like, I think we are constantly swarmed with bad news, and I don't think generations before us were as much. I don't know. I'm curious, like mentally, like how we've changed because like of this access to, seeing and reading and listening to bad news. So
yeah, it's like you're able to like overconsume all the media instead of like, getting a newspaper and like seeing the pictures on it, or watching whatever news station that you watched for a half an hour, an hour. Now it's just every day, every hour. So yeah, that's gonna be an issue for future psychologists, because it's a lot. So yeah, keep Ukraine and Ukrainians in your thoughts and prayers, and whatever you do and whatever you believe in, because it's rough, and hopefully something happens, something good happens. And I don't know how to transition.
And that has wrapped up our serious moment of the sleepover. It's like when you like the parents tell you the rules, like you have to be in bed by like midnight, and like don't drink the margarita mix. Like okay, rules. And
then
done.
You go upstairs and then you play the games. And so that was our serious moment. So now let's get silly. This is just a fun return back to the podcast after a month off. Yeah. And so I thought we could talk about some pizza.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about this.
I figured you brought when we ranked fast food restaurants, and I thought that was a lot of fun. So I was like, I want to rank again. So I think it'd be fun if we ranked pizza toppings. Okay. Maybe we could separate it like meats and like veggies, or just do everything total and just I don't know. We could just try to figure it out. Right. So it's a little harder, I think, because it's like you can't talk as much about everything. It's just kind of like, I like it or I don't like it, So we'll see how this goes. If it sucks, it sucks. Let's start with good old pepperoni.
I mean, pepperoni is a classic. I mean, unless you're a vegetarian, I don't get why you'd have an issue with it on pizza. It really is like that
Yeah.
spiciness especially, like I think really elevates the dish. So big time pepperoni lover, absolutely.
I think unless people are vegetarians, pepperoni always the way to go. Like it's just the safe choice. It's good. Everyone pretty much likes it. And if people don't like it, then they just like a regular cheese, you know? So I think pepperoni is like, I will always go with like just a pepperoni pizza, honestly.
And what else would you use pepperoni for? Like, I mean, in those weird salads that they have, like, I don't know.
I was gonna say like with crackers, but like that's all I got.
What do you want for dinner? Just pepperoni and crackers. Okay.
Have you charcuterie boards? That's like
Okay, but a charcuterie board is more than just pepperoni. It is the culmination of
I guess.
multiple elements in an appetizer fashion. So
I
that's not necessarily a
guess,
dish
yeah.
either, but I love don't get me wrong, I love me a nice charcuterie board. I have a song called Charcuterie. I love charcuterie.
I know, it's a fun one.
It's one of my biggest hits.
Is it?
Yeah. It's Hot
Oh, that's
Intern, Toss It, Charcuterie, Rich for the Weekend are probably my top 4 songs that I've ever done.
And you can stream and listen to those on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube.
Amazon, YouTube, wherever you get your music.
Wherever you get your
and
music.
then you can listen to No Sleep Sleepover on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. We're so
Perfect, guys.
accessible. We are so accessible.
We're everywhere. Bacon.
You know, I haven't had bacon too much on pizza, but like I like bacon, so I'm gonna go high on that. I would go high on that.
Okay. I would go a little lower just because I feel like when you get bacon on pizza, it's like soggy. And I don't really want like a soggy piece of bacon, I don't think.
Well, are we talking
know?
like a strip, or are we talking like the bacon bites?
Oh, I was thinking more like little strips of little bacons.
Oh, I'm thinking the bites where they crumple
Like bacon,
it.
like, oh, okay.
You know, like
That's fair.
speaking of the salad, the bacon bite on the salad.
Like the bacon bits, yeah.
But it has to be like a fresh bacon bit. It can't be like
Yeah, like the
like a
crunchy
sitting
ones.
around. Yeah, I want a crunchy bacon on
Yeah.
the pizza. Yeah. But I would agree with you. You know, in terms of longevity, you know, if you put the crunchy bacon on top and then serve the pizza, that's great. But like sit in the fridge and like it becomes soggy. I agree. It definitely is in the moment great. Afterwards, not so great. So that could be like a nice middle of the ground for me. Absolutely.
Fair. Ooh, okay, let's do onion.
You know, I used to hate onion, and now I love onion. So onions
Like
probably
on
the top-
pizza or just like in general?
in general, but like on pizza, like if it's paired up with like that pepperoni or like a tomato pairing or like something, I do love it.
I think it's good. I think onion like adds a little just like something to a pizza that like I'm good with. I think, and it pairs well with a lot of different things that you can get.
Yeah.
So like I feel like onion would be like high to middle right now.
Yeah. I mean, I would say pepperoni and then onion.
That's where I'm feeling. Yeah.
I would because pepperoni. I mean, she is the classic.
Yeah, no,
she is like the queen bee.
She's the
so.
queen. Sausage. And while you talk, I'm gonna go get my charger because I totally forgot to put my laptop in. So
Here, I'll just fill it in. I'll fill it in with some space.
I am right
Do
here.
you want me, here, I'll read a poem. So I've been working on poetry. Let me read a poem that I've been working on. Okay, let's try this one. I desire everything, and I desire nothing. If I get everything, then I'm afraid I'll love nothingness exclusively, like a clandestine affair smelling of clementine and sandalwood musk. But nothing immaterial is pleasurable. And if I get nothing, then that everything seems impossible. As if gods play out my dreams and I'm simply a board game piece, dancing to the beat of dice I can never own yet alone hold. So maybe it's better to swing violently back and forth between everything and nothing, ricocheting like glass spinning in children's marble shoots, numb to the movement around me, and forever betrothed to forces greater and more mysterious than I. Little poetry moment as, you know, Logan gets her charger.
That was so good.
Do you want me to tell you? Okay, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell our 5 listeners. I think I'm going to release a book of poetry this year. I think that's my goal
Oh,
this year.
fun. That's exciting.
Because I have a lot more manuscripts and novels, but those are harder to get together, and I feel like
Yeah.
a self-published, like, poetry collection, I have a title in mind, and, like, I already
Are you
written
gonna sell it, or are you gonna just like kind of have it?
I don't know. I mean, like, I guess I could sell it, but like, I've never felt like inclined to charge people for my work. You know, like, it would be weird if someone like bought my album, which you technically can do, but like, I don't know. I'm like, no, just stream it. Just like, So
Yeah.
I don't know. I might do like a printable collection, and I might do like a online publication. I don't know. But I think that might be like, because I don't know. I think that'll be my first forte, foray, for what do you call it? For when you go into something, a forte for range. I feel like Wordle right now. What's the word?
Forte is like something that like you're like really good at.
Yeah. But what's
That's
that like
my
word
forte.
when it's like you're about to like try something for the first time? You're about to Maybe it's
I'm
not
not
for.
sure.
I don't know. There's like a word for like when you're gonna like try something, and it's like when you're. Oh my gosh, it's gonna really
I'm
annoy
so
me.
sorry. This.
We're gonna be like 15 toppings in, and I'm gonna be like, it's wrong.
Oh, I got it. I'm so sorry. I'm not good with words.
Word for entering a new field. I don't know. What do you? Let me look up synonyms for. I don't know. Okay, let's continue.
Well, do that.
This is like
Let's
a
talk
mystery.
about-
Forage?
Let's talk
Is it
about
forage?
sauce.
It's forage. It's forage. It's forage. Like forage. Like a
Got
journey,
it.
right? Like you're about to forage into the wilderness. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
We've solved it. I solved it.
I'm glad that I was here for emotional support too.
You're like, I want to talk about pepperoni. I don't want to talk about foraging.
I'm glad you're foraging though. That's
Oh
exciting.
my god. It's like a live Wordle. It was literally like Wordle live.
Oh my gosh, Wordle kills me every day. Let's talk about sausage.
Okay, can I be honest with you? I don't necessarily love sausage on pizza. I think
Me neither.
sausage is like a breakfast food. It
Yeah.
is, I mean, I guess you could serve it with mashed potatoes. Never been my thing. Like, sausage is like eggs. That's what so on pizza, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
I'm not either. I think a lot of pizza sausage has like a weird like crunch to it that like I don't like. I don't know what it is, and it's uncomfortable.
Can
So
we
I'm
put
not,
that below
yeah.
bacon? Do we put that
Yes,
below
of
bacon?
course.
Okay.
You are just this is perfection for me right now because
This
like,
is easy. This is really easy
this
so
is
far.
we should just order a pizza together. I think because
we would really actually be quite aligned with our pizza taste. I think.
seriously.
Until we
I
get.
think anytime you.
Oh, go ahead. Oh no. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like anytime I try to order a pizza with someone, it's difficult because I'm not trying to be terribly picky, but it's like I'm like I don't like sausage, like I don't want this, and so it's just like it's hard to always come to that consensus. So I feel like every time you order a pizza with a group, you have to get like at least 3 different pizzas.
Yeah,
And
and this
it's
is where
such a
like the
pain.
Libra in me, ordering pizza. This is where the Libra in me has a challenge because I know what I want, but like I want to be a good host or I want to be good to
Yeah,
the
you want to
people.
be accommodating.
And if someone is like, I want anchovies or I want mushrooms, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I think it's really hard. That's why, like, I'm always like, if we go out, like, I have to know you that well if we're gonna like split something. Otherwise, like, let's just do our own thing, and not worry about it.
Totally get
So,
that.
All right, so
let's
we're pretty aligned for these first 4. So what's
We
next?
are. Mushroom.
Oh God, no, absolutely not. No. I
Is that
can't.
like bottom of the list for you?
I would prefer sausage over mushroom. How do you feel? What is your mushroom?
I don't honestly. I think I've had mushroom on pizza when it's like someone else's pizza, and they're like, "Hey, I have an extra slice if you want it." So I've only had it like cold. I don't think I've ever ordered mushroom on pizza though, like myself. I think I'm not a huge fan of like raw mushrooms, and I think they are like raw. They're not like cooked, Like I like.
I mean, are they sautéed? I mean, I just don't expect Domino's to be like, let's saute the mushrooms
these
in
on-
a wine vinegar. Like, no, I don't think it's that elevated.
So yeah, I agree with you. Like I'd put that below sausage. I'd rather get sausage than mushroom, I think. But I don't think I would be opposed to trying mushroom on pizza, like actually ordering it and getting it fresh.
There's only a few instances where I'll tolerate mushrooms. Chicken marsala.
Okay.
The restaurant Sweet Melissa's that closed had a pumpkin nochi with mushroom. That was delicious. And I'm trying to think what else. Oh, sometimes if it's like a puff pastry with beef and mushroom, that's fine. Anything else, though, it is a fungus. It's not a vegetable. It's a fungus. It is just pleasant to unlook. It's like not very pleasant to look at a mushroom, right?
Yeah, I get it.
And I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable putting that in my body. And I know I've put a lot of questionable things into my body, so I probably have no room to talk. But mushrooms, no. We can pass. Pass. It's
That's
a pass.
fair. I recently, like within the past few years, was like, oh, I really like mushrooms. I think I might be allergic to them, but they taste good, and I eat them every once in a while. Like, I loved, oh my God, it's so unhealthy. But, like, when you saute mushrooms and onions and just, like, a ton of butter, just that smell, and just, like, I could just eat that out of the pan. They're so good. Stuffed mushrooms, oh my God, kills me. So, yeah, so I do, but, like, on pizza, I feel like it's just, I've never ordered it, but.
So it's at the bottom. It's at the bottom. We're at the bottom with mushroom.
Ham.
It depends on the ham. If it's like flat discs of ham, no. If it's like
I'm thinking like the
chopped
little
up, the chunks. Yes, it depends on like what's it being paired with. I think it's like a very,
When you're thinking of this topping, maybe think of it like just ham on a pizza. Like if you had to just do one topping pizza.
I don't know. I'm just not enthralled. Like I'll probably if it's free food, I'm probably gonna eat it. But am I gonna love it?
I would say I would put ham like underneath mushrooms. Honestly, I do not want ham on pizza.
I would put ham above mushrooms, but I could put
That's
it
fair.
low. I could put it low. I don't care.
I'm just not like I don't want ham on a pizza. Like I just I'm good. Yeah. Chicken.
I love barbecue chicken pizza. That is the bee's knees. That is with that barbecue sauce. The onion comes in, and the chicken, maybe a bacon situation. Oh my God, I think that's what I'm gonna need later today. That's what I'm getting.
I know. I'm like, should I order pizza?
I'm gonna work out after this and then stop and get pizza for lunch. I think there's like a Ohio pizza company or something nearby. So
there's a Marco's Pizza like at the end of my street, so I might take a walk and get some pizza.
Sponsored by pizza.
Just all pizza. But I like chicken on pizza. Like I honestly would put that pretty high.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
Like
I would agree. I would say maybe under. I would say maybe onion before it. I think onion's more versatile.
You think so? Okay.
Onion is more versatile. Chicken's kind of like a verse top. It wants to top more than it wants to bottom, and we're trying to be versatile out here. So. And I just remembered that Logan's grandma listens. Shout out to Logan's grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
She's like, "What was that nonsense about, darling?" I don't know why your grandma's from the South all of a sudden, but.
She was like, "What's a top?"
Sweetie, what's a power bottom?
Oh, no. Okay.
Thanksgiving is already gearing up to be
Hey,
awkward.
Mom! Oh, man. Love that. Love the chicken bottom. Oh, here we go. Black olives.
Oh, screw black olives. They are
bottom.
Bottom.
We don't even need to discuss that.
I would put that even maybe under. No, I think I put it under mushrooms. I think because here's the thing. I can deal with maybe a mushroom. Black olives, no. Like
Nope.
I have a visceral reaction.
Yes. No. Get them off of this pizza. Yeah. No. So bottom.
And the worst is when I'm trying to order a garden salad and the black olive shows up. The garden salad is supposed to be food you would find in a garden. Who is growing olives in a garden? You're not growing olives in the garden. Don't put it in the garden pizza or the garden salad. Or
whatever you're having.
Whatever. Just don't put it on anything. Like, this is where like my mom and I are the same person, but like we have like she loves black licorice, she loves mushrooms, she loves black olives, and I'm like, are your taste buds dead? Like I just don't get how you can enjoy them. I just don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah. When you think about a garden salad, though, so it's like lettuce, tomato,
onion,
carrot?
cucumber, carrot. That should be the garden salad.
So why do they put cheese and croutons on it?
Well, it's usually like an extra. Isn't it like the extra kind of...
I guess, but I'm like...
Little salt-baked cheese and salad.
I guess. If we I have so much beef with like fancy restaurants and their salads. I'm like, because they don't usually have just like a regular garden salad. They're like, here's our basic salad that has like all this weird stuff added to it. They'll have beets and almonds and whatever. And I'm like, I just want lettuce. I just want dressing. Like, just give me a basic salad. But maybe that's just me. I mean, lots of other people like complex things. I just want I just want basic salad. Throw on some tomatoes and I'm happy.
If elected, I will make sure that the garden salad is a clear mandated across the board. If you're gonna call it a garden salad, it has to be this. If you're gonna call it a house salad, it has to be this. Done.
I'll vote for you for president. Thank you.
That's my campaign. It's just, classifying salads.
Garden salads for all.
I've been known to be good at tossing salad, so.
Okay.
I just tell your grandma not to listen to this one. I'm extra ornery today.
Jesus Christ. Woo! Okay. So.
Wow, you've turned red.
I know.
You went from Victorian girl in the 18th century to you almost look a little pepperoni. A little pepperoni.
I went from porcelain doll to just
You went to the girls in The Shining too. Okay, back on track.
Every time I think that I'm like, yeah, no, I'm grown. I'm not prude. All I need to hear is about tossing a salad, and I'm just like, oh, it's hot in here.
You are literally the walking embodiment of my word, heavens.
I need to get my handkerchief and just start
never in my life have I heard such language.
Oh boy, welcome back, everybody. All right, let's do.
See, this is where I like to save it for the middle or the end because let's be real, you've listened this long, you deserve some funny jokes. And truth be told, people who probably would disapprove probably are only going to listen to 5 minutes and get annoyed and leave. So it works out. It's a win-win.
Yeah. Everyone who wants to listen is listening still.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
You're welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
Let's get a little controversial.
Okay.
Pineapple.
See, I grew up in a pineapple on pizza household, and so I love it. I mean, I think it's weird. It doesn't look like it should work, but it works. And I'm all about it, but I respect if you disagree.
I don't think I've ever tried it because,
Really?
I'm just it's a fruit. I just get so, maybe it's the ham thing too. I've never ordered it. I don't really want to order it. I feel like I'd be less inclined to try pineapple than ham or mushrooms. But I could, what if we put it between ham and mushrooms?
Do you sauce it? How much would you, I guess, what's your sausage vibe? Because we have sausage, ham, mushrooms, black olives at the bottom right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would personally rank it above sausage, but if you think at the end of the day you would rather take the sausage, we could put it between sausage and ham.
I could do that.
You could do that? Okay.
Because Because I would honestly rather have sausage than pineapple, but I could do it above ham. I respect it.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Ham, we skipped that already. I'm sorry, this page keeps reloading. Jalapenos.
Okay, so I am very anti-pepper for the most part. So jalapenos for me would also be down by olives and mushrooms. But I mean, where are you?
Okay. I think I would have it above mushrooms, honestly.
That's fine. I mean, for me, that whole back end is just a no zone. So you have fun with that no zone. You can just relist the no zone. It's all a no to me. So
amazing. Cool. Spinach.
I actually like spinach on pizza.
We need to order a pizza together. Yes.
Spinach, chicken, onion with maybe a barbecue or a ranch drizzle or something.
Mm-hmm. I want a pizza so badly. Yeah, I love getting spinach on pizza, honestly.
Yeah. Should we put that under chicken?
I do that under chicken.
Or does it go above chicken? I think she's more versatile, but it's up to you.
I would do it above chicken, but
Let's
like
do
we
it
could
above.
do it where.
Do it above.
Okay.
The end. Period.
Period. Why does this move? Whatever. Okay, chicken's gonna move down here. Okay. So you said you're not a pepper person, so how do you feel about
Is this
bell?
banana peppers?
Well, I was gonna do bell peppers.
I mean, I would say bell above jalapeno, but that's, I mean, I just,
Really? I'd rather have a jalapeno. I feel like bell peppers are like too sweet for pizza, but then again, you do like the pineapple, so.
Any pepper is just gonna go down for me. I just can't, like, if it's in a salsa, I'll do a pepper. If it's like, in a fajita, I'll do a pepper. If it's like mixed in with something, or like maybe if it's like a roasted red hummus pepper, I can do that. But like the idea of taking pizza and putting peppers on it, no. Because it's such a dominating flavor to me, like peppers, like on its own. Because like, let's be real, cheese, tomato sauce, crust, great, but like they're not overpowering flavors. The second you put that pepper, the mushroom, the black olive, it just taints it. It's a tainted love, you know. So it's I would go low. I would go low.
But you would put it above jalapeno?
I mean, above jalapeno, the green bell pepper. And then I'd probably put the banana pepper underneath the green bell. But I don't know how.
But hold on. I'd love to talk about banana peppers. Because I love banana peppers on pizza.
Well, for you,
so
I'll
good.
put banana pepper. We could put banana pepper higher. That's fine. I'll concede.
How about for you, we could put pineapple above banana pepper.
Okay, and put banana pepper above ham.
Yeah.
So we
Unless
have
you're
in
okay
the
with
bottom-
it going hot. Unless
the
you're okay
bottom-
with it going hot. Unless you're okay with it going higher.
I think
Because
that's. I mean, that's fine for me. I mean, sausage, pineapple, banana pepper, ham, green bell pepper, jalapeno, mushroom, black olive. I mean, for the most part, I mean, sausage is fine. I personally love pineapple. The rest of it, I don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need to talk to her. She can go. She's excused from class today. She's been fired, let go, 2 weeks notice. I mean, it's fine.
Fair. I see, like, my perfect pizza, which I think is weird to people, but I'll get pepperoni, spinach, and banana peppers.
You know, that's really interesting, but I think it probably works, right? Because it's like
It's so good.
sweet,
'Cause it's
savory, spicy.
Yeah, because like the banana peppers have that like slight tang to them, and then the pepperoni's like kind of like, oh, it's so good. Oh my god, I want a pizza. So green olives is on here. I didn't really know that was like a pizza topping.
That is offensive to me. I
don't even want to put it on the list.
The only green olive that's good is when it's in the toothpick on top of the Swenson's burger. That's the only time I want to see a green olive. I don't need it, but it marks that there's about to be a delicious burger underneath that green olive. That is the only acceptable green olive.
So I don't want to put that on the list because I don't agree with it, because it just feels.
Let's just put black and green, yellow olives, white olives, purple olives. You come here with olives. It's at the bottom.
So there's on this list, there's a ton of different meats that I didn't really know were like, put on pizza. But I mean, I guess you could put anything on pizza.
Yeah.
We could talk about them if you want. We don't have to. Like, there's hamburger meat, buffalo chicken strips, pork.
Well,
like
buffalo chicken strips, I think, is chicken. Beef on pizza, it has to be in certain like ways, like a taco pizza, or like, I don't know. I was thinking the other day, do you know what I love? Pierogi pizza. Have you ever had the pierogi pizza?
I've heard about it, but I've never had it. It
So
sounds
good.
really good, but it sounds very interesting.
Yeah, it's really
Tell
good.
the people what's on it.
Pierogi pizza, let me just double check. I think it's like the potato of a pierogi with like the cheese, like, and like sour cream and like bacon on it. So it's kind of like almost like a loaded baked potato a little bit too. So super, super good.
It's so
Would
interesting.
recommend.
I'll have to try it, but a hamburger on pizza just doesn't feel right,
I mean, hey, I'm all you. You do what you got to do. I mean, if if you don't like it, then I'll respect it.
You like it though?
Yeah, I mean, not that great. I'd probably put it like beneath pineapple. Maybe close to ham. It's not something that I'm like, ooh.
Can it go below banana pepper?
Yeah.
Cool.
Boom.
Cool. All right.
Ta-da.
Anchovies.
Again, a very specific type of pizza. Like, I don't want that on just any pizza. I want that paired up correctly.
Ooh,
You know what I
like
mean?
you like anchovies on pizza?
Oh, I thought you said artichokes. Anchovies can die. Let me make that clear. Anchovies
like,
can go
wow,
extinct.
okay.
Anchovies can go extinct anytime. I'm sorry. Can I be honest? I was looking up at a pizza place near me just to kind of see what they had for lunch.
You guys busy.
And for its research. No, anchovies can be extinct. I don't care. I don't
put them
destroy.
underneath olives.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I think if you're ordering anchovies on a pizza, you've probably lived through the Great Depression. That's all I'm saying.
That makes sense. Broccoli.
I like broccoli on pizza.
Interesting. Okay.
Again, it has to do with the pairing. If it's paired well, I think on its own, it's a little wah-wah. It's a little Great Depression on its own. But if it's paired with like a vegetable situation, like a tomato, an onion, no, I think it's good on a veggie pizza. So I don't know how you feel. I mean, we could put that between banana and hamburger for me. It doesn't have to be that high.
I could do that.
Okay.
I'm not like super crazy about broccoli on pizza. It's just kind of like lackluster for me. I'm just like, I guess we could do it, but
yeah.
Sun-dried tomatoes. Or like any tomato, I guess.
Sun-dried tomatoes are fine, but to me, tomato, I love. I know it's kind of
then.
cheesy because like you have the tomato sauce, but a fresh tomato, oh my gosh, I could literally eat tomatoes all day if the acid didn't kill me. I'm just telling you, I love a good tomato. So I would put tomato in the top 5. I would probably put it above spinach.
Ooh,
but I'm fine
wow.
putting it. I'm fine putting it underneath spinach.
Did you mean to make that joke when you said this might be a little cheesy, or was that just like an accidental?
No, that was accidental. Ooh, look at me,
good.
subconsciously doing the work for this podcast.
Subconsciously funny.
Ooh, just trying hard,
I think for me, maybe like under chicken because like, I don't know though.
I can go underneath chicken.
I just think like flavor wise, it's like it's nice to have on the pizza, but like I think I would rather have like a chicken pizza, than a tomato
See, and
pizza.
the way I look at it, I'm like chicken with onion and tomato, like.
All together, yes, but I'm thinking like by itself, like if I just have
By
to order, like,
itself,
one thing.
absolutely, it's a weaker option, hands down, 1,000%.
Right.
So under chicken, boom.
Yeah, tomato.
Okay.
I can't spell. And then I have egg. I don't know if I've ever had an egg on a pizza.
I mean, again, a very specific breakfast pizza, which breakfast pizza is a fantastic pizza. But for the sake of this, if we're just thinking egg on pizza, like, that has to be low for me. Like, who's ordering the pizza for just egg? Like, unless it's a breakfast pizza, but then if it's a breakfast pizza, it's egg and bacon and sausage and hash brown and cheese and, like, whatever. So,
yeah. Like, I would put it, like, underneath jalapeno, honestly.
Yeah, that's fine. I totally get it.
Amazing. There is, like, so many toppings that, like...
Don't make sense.
like, there's, like, umami. I'm like, but, like, that's not...
Yeah, no, don't love that.
No one really like is like, ooh, it'd be really good, an umami pizza. And I think that's how you say it. I don't even know if I'm saying it correctly. We've done that. We could just do cheese, just a cheese pizza. Like,
I don't think cheese is a topping. I think cheese is You know, like when they say that it takes water, yeast, hops, and barley to make beer. To make pizza, you really have to have a cheese. Like, I know you can get it cheeseless, but like, I don't know. To me, pizza is dough, a sauce, and some kind of thing to hold the sauce, the cheese. You know, maybe a vegan cheese, but like, still a cheese.
Okay, that's fair. That's
right? Because otherwise, it's a flatbread.
Flatbreads have cheese, right?
Well, I mean, sometimes it's like no cheese. Well, anywho. I don't want to get into flatbread, flatbread rules and ideology. But,
what's the difference between pizzas? Okay, that's fair though. There are like different types of cheese that you can put on it. So there's like, you know how people like what's that pizza called?
Like a shredded cheese or like an additive cheese situation?
Yeah. How do you feel about like the provolone? Parmesan? Something? I don't know. They're like the chunks of like the white cheese. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know the difference. I don't eat cheese really, so I don't know the difference between cheese. Yeah. Actually, when I get my pizza, I get it with light cheese because I really don't like cheese. So I'll do like heavy toppings and light cheese, and so it's just kind of like not super cheesy. People hate me for it. But I'm thinking that's pretty much it. There's a lot of other meats that we could do. So there's like chorizo, like prosciutto, salami. But I think that like, you know, normally like these are the go-to toppings.
Yes, these are the classics.
Let me look at vegetables one more time, make sure I'm not missing anything major. And so sorry if we are.
Apologies to toppings out there if we are missing.
But yeah, this feels good. Did you send it in the chat? I think I saw.
Pepperoni, onion, spinach, chicken, tomato rounds out the top 5, and then bacon, sausage, pineapple, banana pepper, broccoli, hamburger meat, ham, green bell pepper, jalapeno, egg, mushroom, olives, anchovies. Yeah, I have to agree with that. I mean, sausage I'll take, and like sausage is fine, but yeah, those top 5,
and that's why I think it's like up there. Like, it's fine. I could get it, but I'm not asking for it.
Yeah.
Pineapple, banana pepper. I think that's like high for both of us. Like, you know, the different ones. So that feels like it feels good that it's like high middle.
Yeah.
Because we don't agree on it.
We both accept it. Boom. Yeah.
We'll accept it. A pepperoni, onion, and spinach pizza. Can you imagine? Because I want that right now.
I know.
Wow,
I think I'm gonna have to get pizza today. I think I can't remember the last time I've really craved pizza, which is funny, but today I'm craving it. So.
See, I just think like I need to talk about pizza, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get pizza. Like I want pizza.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna do myself a service though, and I'm not gonna order pizza because I think I have French bread pizza in the freezer.
Ooh.
So hey, I'm just gonna.
Oui, bonjour. It's a pizza, the French. That's a terrible French accent.
Oui, oui. So, have you ever had French bread pizza?
Probably. I just can't really recall.
They're just like a bread that's like this long. It's just kind of thick, and it's just like pop it in the oven. It's easy. It's not great, but it's like it's good. When you want pizza and you need pizza, it's just right in there.
Yeah.
Wow, that was fun.
We did it.
I love ranking things.
Yeah,
we did do it. And next time we rank something, I already told you what I want to do. Should we spoil it or should we save it?
I would save it because who knows when we're gonna rank next. So we don't want to tease and titillate too much. You know,
okay,
only slight teasing and titillate. But yeah, we got to think about some ideas. The car episode was so fun. I'm trying to think of like other fun stuff. I think it'd be fun to like maybe cook together or something. I don't know.
Ooh, yeah. So fun. Like. Send us your ideas because if you're listening, you probably know us.
Except for our French bread listeners, we do a cooking episode.
Cooking. So if you know us, text us your ideas and we might do them and give you a shout out.
And if you know us but don't know our numbers, hit us up on the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I am at Reebstar, HRIBSTAR. Logan Molnar, what are your handles? Do you know them? If you don't, no worries.
On Twitter, I'm at Logan Molnar. On Instagram, I think I'm at Logan.Molnar, I think it is. I should, yeah. I should probably
Or
know
you
them.
can hit up the Starfold Studios Facebook page, Twitter page, Instagram page. There's multiple ways to reach out. So I think it'd be funny for us to cook a complex dish together and, I don't know, see what happens.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think we both have not tons of counter space.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, my counter space is like devoted to mail and recycling, so it's pretty bad over here.
I have some, so we can figure that out.
We'll figure it out.
But I think that'd be a lot of fun. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can comment in the comments. We can read those.
Or if you're watching this on TikTok, leave a comment here. Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense because we're not putting the whole thing on TikTok. Anyway, never mind.
I love it. I'll put this part on TikTok and then it'll be good.
Oh, it ties in. There we go.
But yeah, so thanks so much for listening, guys. So sorry about our break, but we can't promise that we won't take another one because, like I said,
why just be off for another month? Like, ooh.
We do an episode a month. Like, it just an episode a week is very ambitious, and it's easy to do for a small amount of time. Mm-hmm. We're gonna keep trying to do it, but it's hard to do it. So when episodes do come out, they'll come out on Mondays. And again, listen wherever you get your podcasts. Yeah. And we will see you and talk to you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good one.